council. With me this morning is Tom McGarrigle, member of council, Andy Lewis, who's a member of council, and naturally our chairman of Delaware County Council, Jack Whelan. Before I get into this program, I just want to make a few brief remarks. This department is dedicated on behalf of our veterans, but the idea originated from our chairman, Jack Whelan. Jack Whelan had a vision that when he walked into the government center building, that we just didn't want to see steps, and our veterans today, and what they do for our country, what they do for our county, that accessibility had to be done. And it was his vision to bring this new department down on the first floor as we welcome all our residents of Delaware County, but most of all, especially our veterans. This morning, I am very privileged to do this dedication, and especially in the government center building, the veterans will have access to their family members when they come to visit. We will open the ceremony this morning with the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by two county employees who are veterans of the United States Air Force. Rosalind Jackson of the Department of Consumer Affairs, we thank you for being here, and Steve Major of the Bureau of Weights and Measures, and we thank you from there. If you would lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance at this moment.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for that. I'm honored this morning as a member of County Council and also as a veteran to host this important ceremony. County Council has enhanced its standing commitment not only to serve the veterans of all of our nation's military engagement, but also to embrace those young men and women who are returning from deployments in places like Iraq and Afghanistan, and to help them assemble to civilian life. County Councilman Jack Whelan, after visiting the Pennsylvania Veterans Museum meeting with the museum board members, envisioned our Veterans Affairs once as more welcoming and a tribute to our veterans and current members of our military. The items on display are on loan from the museum collection or from members of the museum. Chairman Whelan, will speak of our appreciation for veterans and the county government of commitment. Jack.
Thank you, Mario. Good morning, and thank you for joining us to dedicate our new Veterans Affairs office. The Delaware County Veterans Affairs Department has been serving veterans and their families for several generations. With the influx of new men and women who have served in the past decade of faraway places such as Iraq and Afghanistan and other hostile areas around the world, a new generation has joined the ranks of veterans. We want to welcome them home, connect them with any benefits, and assist them in accessing any health care to which they are entitled to. To better assist them and all veterans, County Council has relocated the Veterans Affairs Office to a prominent position in this lobby and upgraded the manner in which we reach out to veterans and provide services for them. Because of the unique contributions veterans have made and continue to make as civilians in our society, we wanted the office to be situated to provide a warm welcome next to the Armed Services Tribute Board in honor of those serving now in those hostile areas around the world. Any visitor that enters this lobby will be greeted by these tributes to those serving in the military today and to those who served in all of our nation's wars, even those that are remembered only in history. Earlier this morning, just minutes ago, quite frankly, the name of Marine Lance Corporal Anthony Stay, a graduate of Academy Park High School, was added to the board, which honors 25 active men and women. Lance Corporal Stay is serving his second tour in Afghanistan. The Veterans Affairs Department arranged with the Pennsylvania Veterans Museum, which of course is a jewel here in media that all should visit. But the Veterans Affairs Department wanted to place a display of items on loan from the museum outside of this office. This display, and you'll see it directly behind me, greatly enhances the lobby with a visual continuity of the tribute board and provides even a more impressive greeting to those who visit the Government Center, no matter what the reason is. However, we have done much more to improve the department itself to better serve our veterans. A good first step was the expansion of outreach to assure that military veterans and their families are familiar with benefits that they can receive from our federal and state governments for which they are eligible. We have a commitment to the men and women of Delaware County who served our nation in the military, who face hardships and adversity, to preserve our liberty and defend our heritage, often have been neglected or overlooked as they return to civilian life. Events of recent years have made us even more aware of the sacrifices of the men and women in the armed forces of all generations of Americans. We have a duty to be vigilant on their behalf as they return home and to assist them when a helping hand is needed. To implement an outreach program and to change the strategy and the manner of serving veterans, County Council brought in Ralph Galati of Nether Providence Township, a Vietnam veteran who is well known to the veterans of Delaware County. Ralph immediately went to work reaching out to our veterans through contact with veterans organization, municipal government, and at forums and events where veterans come together. One of the first tasks was an upgrade of the Veterans Affairs Department webpage. The old webpage for the department provided an overview and directed veterans to various benefits available to them. But quite frankly, it was very bland and needed to be upgraded. The Veterans Affairs upgrade provided links for county, state, and federal programs, information on other VA programs, forms, and publications, which embraces the commitment made nearly 150 years ago by President Abraham Lincoln to care for him who shall have borne the battle and for his widow and his orphan. Next was the installation of a computer software program to install an information system to help assist veterans in obtaining benefits to which they are entitled from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, as well as from the state of Pennsylvania. The system, the Veterans Information Management System, commonly known as VIMS, is used extensively to help veterans by maintaining vital information of veteran clients, preparing computer-generated forms, extracting data to assist in filling out these forms, tracking actions, and maintaining data and more. To further spread the word of the services available, our Veterans Outreach Seminars are being held to present public information about veterans programs, the benefits to local businesses, agencies, institutions, and community groups so that they can direct their clients, their consumers, or students who are veterans to programs which they may be eligible for. The first seminar was held on October 5th at Newman College. Two more will be held, November 2nd at Penn State's Brandewine's campus and on December 8th at Widener University. A new brochure has been prepared which outlines the services and programs that can be accessed with the help of the Veterans Affairs Department. The most recent initiative is the collaboration with President Judge Joseph Cronin, our District Attorney Michael Green, who is with us today, to implement a Veterans Treatment Court. County Council appointed a 15-member task force to study the implementation of a Veterans Justice Initiative to connect veterans and treatment and support services throughout the county offices of Human Services, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. The task force, some of whom are veterans, is comprised of persons from law enforcement, criminal justice, legal profession, and human services. We will continue to be vigilant in anticipating the needs of our veterans. We intend to honor them by serving them with the same spirit as the members of the Honor Guard from the 78th Infantry World War II Living History Association, the reenactors who are standing to my right and left, who stand here before us this morning in tribute to the heroes of that war and all wars, and we thank them for participating this morning. And I also would like to acknowledge the actual member of the 78th Infantry, Mr. Fedorov, who's here from World War II. Mr. Fedorov. Thank you very much.